Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to do a bit of a throwback video. So I found an old digi download set from 2016. I thought it'd be interesting just to do a quick art journal page using a resource that I haven't touched in 6 years, if you like. So let me nip over to my desk over there. It's already printed out, as you've already seen, and we'll get started. I think I've just blinded myself with the light, so I can't tell whether or not this is too dark or too light now. I'm going to have to try and adjust it in post-production, if you like. Right, so this is the art journal page digi download set that I was referring to. So this is from 2016 when I first started doing digi download sets. So I called this set Determination. So as with most of my sets, I do full kind of composite images that you can use. So there's two obviously different characters here. The one on the left is obviously the one which is kind of like on the negative side, so it's struggle, hardship, debt, poverty and hunger. Same kind of like newsy character. On this side is wearing a crown, as opposed to the what we call the dunce cap here in the UK. Is wearing the crown. On that side it says strength, determined, hope, ambition and aspiration. So that one's more of a positive slope, more of a positive kind of side that you want to maybe use. But you've also got both sets there, so you could do left and right, right and left. You could choose that one and put it on him if you want, or him and put it on there, or you could cut your own shape from one of the background papers that are included too. But you've also got all those words that are all on the dictionary paper backgrounds that I used in this one, and on these obviously they're already kind of stacked in one, so you just cut around the outside and just stick it down if you want to. So there's a lot to go at. Obviously you've got your two butterflies for the wings, or you could not use the wings at all if you don't want to, or you know, just cut them off there if you don't want to use the wings at all. And then there's the two background papers. So again, two news dictionary papers, one with my Harlequin kind of background over the top, and the other one with those same butterflies kind of done as an overlay with a grunge edge to it. So what I've done differently for this is I've printed another copy of this sheet, but not on the paper. I've actually printed it on card because I want a little bit more rigidity when I'm cutting these out and layering them up. It's just the preference that I like. You can do it on ordinary paper if you want to, but when it comes to doing backgrounds, I do like to just do it on ordinary paper because I can manipulate and tear and do whatever I want to on that, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to use my one of the paper tearers that I designed for Indigo Blue. I haven't released these paper tearers on my website just yet, because I'm not sure whether Indigo Blue have released their version, if you like, yet. I tend to wait. I design stuff for people, but sometimes, like Indigo Blue, they've got that much going on, they don't always release things, you know, immediately. They may wait a few months before they actually release stuff that I've designed for them, so it could be a while. Actually, should I use that one? No, I'm not going to use that one. I think I'm going to use this one. So we'll just do this kind of. I know some people, when they're using paper tearers like this, like to wet the paper first, but as long as you do it slowly, it doesn't really make any difference. You still get that kind of decollage. And these paper tearers are, I think when I designed them for Indigo Blue, I designed them so they were long enough and wide enough for, I think it was an 8x8. Originally they wanted a smaller version. I said no, I'll make it just a little bit bigger because So if you want kind of rough, controlled roughness, then this is the ideal way of doing it. Because some of us like control with our chaos. I know some of us like chaos, but some of us like controlled chaos. There we go. So as you can see, regularity, or regular irregularity. Irregular, regular, I don't know. Right, so that's that. Right, the art journal I was working in is a Strathmore Mixed Media Journal. This is one that I dip in and out of all the time. Started in 2019. Look, I think it was a Christmas present actually from Ian, and went into 2020. I love that. Look at the shine of that butterfly. It's just with glossy accents. Yeah, there's some good pages in the end. There's some not so good pages. I was just playing. That's what art journals are all about. They're just, you know, pages to play with. That was one of last year's Halloween pages. Pooh. Right, so yeah, that's better. Nice little border all the way around. I like it. Right, let me just put these with my skinny minis. I'll put that back with the skinny minis. The beauty about these, they've also got the holes in, so you can keep all your acrylic stuff together. And I just hang mine up in a little hook on the edge of my table. Right, so we've got that. So that's going to be all right. So what I want to do then is I'm going to glue that down in a minute, but I need to cut these out. So I've got my scalpel, so I don't lose my page. So I'll just stand the book up there for a minute, grab a little mini cutting mat. That's obviously been stood up because it's now curved. And I'm going to cut out, I think I'll cut out this one with the crown, and I'll cut the butterfly out, and I'm just going to have a couple of these positive words. So I think I'll have determination and hope. So hope and determination I think I'm going to use. So I'll nip off and I will cut these out, which shouldn't take too long because it's a brand new scalpel blade, and then I'll join with you again in a minute or two. Actually, while I'm cutting this out, I'll tell you a funny story. A couple of years ago, when I was doing one of these videos, somebody left me a comment, and they'd watched me sit and cut out a character using my scalpel, like I'm doing now. And the person felt compelled to leave a comment saying, I didn't get anything out of watching your video apart from watching you handling a scalpel. It seemed as though the scalpel never moved and you just manipulated the page and the paper underneath the scalpel. And that, they said, was a bit of a revelation as to how to cut things out with more control. But they didn't get anything out of the actual art journal page itself. So I replied back saying, I don't really care what you get out of my videos, whether it's part of the actual process or composition inspiration, or if you've learned the easy way to cut something out with a knife, then my video was a success, regardless of whether you enjoyed the content or not. There you go. People get different things. What did I say? Hope and determination, wasn't it? Yeah, people get different things out of the videos. You know, two people can watch the same video and they both get two totally different things out of watching it. Or, in some cases, don't get anything at all, which, you know, which is fine. I've often said, you know, and it's often been said, you can't please everybody all the time. And I spent the first, I think, 5 years of my YouTube kind of journey regularly saying to people that I don't make videos for anybody else's benefit but my own. I don't do this for anybody else's benefit but my own. I enjoy sharing what I create and how I create it. I'm not really trying to show anybody how anything should be done. My videos are not how-to tutorials as such, but they're what happened really. This is what I've done, and this is how I've done it. Not, you know, this is how it should be done, and this is the way you do it. Because all art is subjective, and I've learned that there are 1,000 ways to get from point A to point B. And none of them are either wrong or right. That's what I've learnt over the years. There we go. So, there's all my bits. I'll put that to one side for later use. Laters. Okie dokes. What did I do with my journal? Right in front of me. There we go. Okay. So let's just audition first of all. Let's stick those pretty wings onto the back. Give him a different at, which I think will just poke out a little bit over the top. Yep. And I think we'll just snip those out. And I'm not bothered about getting straight lines. I can't even think straight, never mind try and cut straight. And I think the hope one will be a little bit smaller. So we'll just snip that off. And we can put that hope and determination down at the bottom there. Okay, so we've got the basics. First things first then, let's get some colour down onto the page. So, the basic colour in all of the resources here is a kind of creamy colour, a kind of sepia tone, a kind of, I don't know, what would you call it? Brown. Brown. It's brown, Mike. It's not any other colour. Don't try and put lipstick on a pig. It's brown. Right, so if it's brown, then we'll use brown paint. So what we got? What have we got? Have we got hot cocoa? Brown paint. And I do already have my townhouse teal out that I used the last time I had these out. So we'll have some of that because I like the combination of teal and brown. And I'm not going to gesso my page. So let's add some water onto my worktop. Grab a brush, get a little bit of water, and let's just mix up a little bit of paint. And don't forget, this is going to be background. We're only doing a bit of paint in the background just to kind of create a frame for the page. So it's not meant to be anything other than what it is. Like an irregular frame kind of around. Around that. You see, that's all I'm trying to create. Nothing fancy, nothing clever. Just a kind of motley frame. Right, and with the blue, while that's still a little bit wet, let me just come in. A bit more water. Just pick up a little bit of that blue. And just to add a few kind of bluey highlights. That's all I want to do. Just make a couple of marks. And then let's just see where that's going to go. About there. Maybe we can get a little bit more down there. Pick up with that brown. Just blend it in a tad. Okay. So that's going to go about there like that. That's okay, like that. So I'll just put those to one side for now. I'm not even going to... I did have a wet wipe. Here we are. Let's grab a wet wipe. I think a lot of the times we do forget that you don't have to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, and every resource that you have, every stencil, every stamp, every colour in your collection, every neo colour and crayon and paint and ink pad. You can't put everything on every page that you create. There's got to be some restraint. Okay, so let me just grab my vintage photo, grab that, and now let's just get rid of those raw white edges. Although they would have made a nice kind of white highlight around the edge of the page, I do just want this to blend in a little bit. So I've used paint, and I've used a little bit, just a tad of ink. Right, and while I've got it out, I'm just going to quickly whip round the majority of the edges and just pretty much get rid of those raw white edges there, and then it just tidies things up a little bit. Again, it's not something you need to do. You don't have to do this. It's just something that I started to do way back in the day when I was adding cutouts and collage items, when I used to do a little bit of card making. But just because it made it look just that little bit nicer. A bit more polished, if you like. What I like about buying or doing these little sets is get everything you need. Usually the colours are all coordinated and you just have to add the last few kind of like bits. Now then, I have got somewhere a precision bottle of glue. Now what did I do with it? Ah, there it is, other side of the room. Over in the West Wing. Okay, so did have that wet wipe. Just quickly give that a clean. See, waste not, want not. Right, let's bring that journal page back in. Now that it's got that stuff around the edges, it kind of blends in a little bit more. So this is just a small bottle of PVA, just in a fan applicator. So rather than matte medium everything, we'll just use ordinary glue. I don't mind if it squeezes out a little bit, it does dry clear. And we'll just put a little bit of something just in the middles. There we go. So the only thing I've got to remember now is to make sure I get it the right way up. That's it. Because it wouldn't do to stick it down and have all the words upside down. There we go. Now, before I stick my character on, I'm going to just bring that blue paint back. I've still got the brush. And I'm going to just grab a little bit of it. And I'm just going to add some splats. I should have cleaned the brush really, but I've got a clean one. That'll do. There we go. And it's just going to add just a little bit into the background when we stick things down. It just brings the outside bits to the inside. There we go. Don't mind having big splatters, that'll do. That can go back in there. There we go. That's the water back in the brush back in the water now. Alright, so before we stick all this down, I'll probably start sticking the next load down. Let me just get that dried off. Just hold that up so you can see the blue splatters on the page, look. There we go. Nothing fancy. Okay, so yeah, mostly dry. It's kinked a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, so let's grab our characters. So we'll put the... Sorry, I've got a blob of glue sticking up. There we go, that's better. So let's pop his wings on first. That'll do. That's okay. Happy with that. And then we can pop his hat on. So I'll put the glue where his hat is, like so. Like that. A little bit of a jaunty angle. And we'll leave him there for a second, and then we'll glue these two down once we know what size we've got to play with. So tub and determination, there we go, about there. So that'll do. So yeah, the fact that I've gone back and had a look at what I've got in my stash, I know things are tight money wise with a lot of people at the moment. The cost of living crisis is the same for most of us, I think, worldwide. So being able to go back and breathe new life into stuff you've bought years ago is an absolute bonus. And I've not used anything in this art journal page that most of us don't already have in our stashes anyway. Glue and a bit of ink, paper. Most of us have got that. Right, so glue on there, glue on there, glue on there. Back of his head. Butterfly wings. The only thing I probably will have to do with this is maybe just put a little weight, something a bit heavy. There we go. Just to kind of hold it down for a minute or two. Okay, so it's had about a minute or so with a weight on top of it just to hold it down. Ian's returned from walking Mr. Bentley, who's now having his dinner downstairs.
Afternoon, everyone.
So yeah, jobs are good and really. Everybody's happy. Mr. Bentley's having his, like I said, having some food. And you're all tired now because you've had your walk.
Me?
Yeah.
I am. A little lie down.
Okay, so all I'm going to do now is just sign and date it basically. So we'll just do that on the side. Out of the way. And I don't even know what date it is today. What date is it today? 16th?
17th.
17th, there we go. So 17th of the 8th, 22. So when did we start the journal? 9th of February 2019. There we go. Still plenty of pages to play in. Still plenty. So there you go. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this art journal page from old stuff. A revisit, if you like, a throwback Tuesday, throwback Wednesday, throwback Thursday, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed watching me create that art journal page using some old resources. So if you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking that button at the end of the video. Have you brought Teddy in for me, Mr. Bentley Rose? He's just come to visit. Hello. That's all from me for now. I'll see. Sorry, I got distracted. That's all from me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.